First at 4, an Everett man accused of sending more than a dozen packages of explosive powder across the country. The White House, FBI, and military bases among his alleged targets. He just appeared in federal court where he was charged with shipping explosive materials. KOMO's Michelle Esteban is live outside the courthouse in Seattle with what she's learned about the suspect. Michelle?
Well, hi there, Mary. What I can tell you is that is not all the FBI is concerned about. In fact, they think there may be other suspicious packages still circulating in the mail. They're watching for that. And of course, all of it linked to an Everett man and a Mill Creek mail kiosk. It is our first look at 43-year-old Tan Kong Fan, a man the FBI says knowingly shipped explosive materials to government agencies in the Washington, D.C. area, including the CIA. The U.S. Attorney's Office alleges the Everett man is linked to 11 suspicious packages, all received Friday, and that all of them were mailed from a USPS kiosk in Mill Creek.
It's crazy.
His quiet neighborhood today rattled by the news, his house now surrounded by FBI agents.
Anything could have happened, so I'm shocked right now, so I have no clue.
According to court documents, one package contained a typed written letter with incoherent ramblings, a glass vial with black powder, a fuse, and a GPS device. Testing on 3 other devices tested positive for an ingredient found in low explosive powder. One court document says if detonated, it could have caused significant injury. For Harrison Lopez, who just moved in with his 15-month-old daughter, it's too tough to process.
My family's protection too. I don't know what to say. I didn't know this was so close. It's like right couple houses down the road. You know?
We learned in court documents Fan is well known to the FBI. Over the past 3 years, the government says he has sent hundreds of letters and emails to various government agencies with similar incoherent ramblings. Longtime neighbors, too afraid to be identified, remember a quiet, unassuming neighbor.
I might be working in the garage and see him walking down the street carrying his small child. And I waved and he waved back, but never said a word.
Now, we really didn't hear from Fan in court today. In fact, the judge asked him one question and he answered yes. I can tell he was very soft-spoken in court. He will be back in court on March 30th, Friday. That is when the U.S. government will ask a judge to keep him right where he is. They want to keep him detained. For now, he is locked up. That's the very latest. I'm Michelle Esteban. Back to you.
Michelle, thank you.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Tuesday night. And we begin with late developments coming in tonight just before we came on the air about those suspicious packages with potentially destructive materials, explosive powder, addressed to the White House, the military, the CIA, and the number now rising. More than a dozen packages, and there was an arrest today. Authorities on where they say they found their man. And the new concern at this hour, could there be more packages on the way? ABC's David Curley leading us off.
Agents swarmed the house of a 43-year-old man arrested outside of Seattle. And tonight, the FBI is warning packages with potential destructive devices could still be in the mail. According to the Justice Department, more than a dozen packages were mailed, addressed to the White House, the FBI, and various government installations. Packages arriving at 4 military bases in the Washington, D.C. area and the CIA. At the Army's Fort McNair, a package forced the evacuation of a building. Specialized teams finding that it contained black powder in a vial, which could be used in explosives. Also a GPS device and a fuse. All of the packages including a long rambling letter, which said in part, quote, President Trump, businessman, we want $250 million, all you dead, and referred to synaptic frequency.
Long rambling letter, another indication that there may be a mental health component?
Of course. This is all about getting attention. This is about raising their sort of power level, basically, as look at me.
Chan Kong Fan was known to the Secret Service, according to sources, because he had sent letters to the White House.
So let's get to David Curley. He's live tonight from Fort McNair, where one of those packages was found. And David, authorities say it was some of those previous writings to the White House that actually helped lead them to the suspect?
That's right, David. The FBI is saying they actually recognized some of the phrases from those earlier letters with the rambling letter that was found in these packages, led him to the suspect and the arrest, and they saw him on surveillance video at a post office as well. David?
David Curley leading us off tonight. Thank you, David.